Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling, and shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today on the final day of year 3 in Animal Crossing, where tomorrow we'll be having year 4. So, I think I did this last year. Genuinely, I don't remember that well, but, you know, I could probably actually just see on my YouTube channel if I go to my YouTube studio, because I have not a little bit prepared, let's be real. I've not, like, prepared anything, just more like I was going to take some time, as you can tell from the title, just to review a bit of a year we've been in. Actually, no, I can't see it from the way I've filtered my videos. So I was just, we'll have a, better look at things and be like, look at this channel in year 3, where are we going in year 4, that sort of thing. And we'll, I guess tomorrow will be the start of year 4, where we'll be talking about, actually, I guess tomorrow we'll be talking about things I am planning to do. And then this right now is talking about things which has happened and we are reviewing on. So anyway, hello there everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow at 6:06 PM on Friday, March 24th, 2023. You might be glad to know that I'm still working on the thumbnail art. I've not got very far. I was quite tired yesterday and didn't have much time. So it's basically this evening and tomorrow I'm going to try and finish it off. I might not finish it off. I'm just telling you right now, I might not finish it in time. And if so, the Animal Crossing episode will have probably a lovely placeholder image of me just being like, I didn't finish this in time, sorry. So it's gonna happen, but I don't know how long it'll necessarily take me. I think it'll probably still take me about like 6 more hours in total, is my guess. Like I haven't done the line art, I've done most of like Dee's line art, but I've not done like the rest of the line art. But I've luckily given myself an easier job with environment and that sort of thing. The environment is not particularly crazy in this one. It's not as insanely detailed as the previous one is. So hopefully it'll be fine, and I'm going to take a bit more like creative liberties and everything, rather than sticking solely to that Animal Crossing exact style. Mainly because the Animal Crossing exact style is, I've already done it 3 times. Why not like change it up a little bit? Make it, basically I'm sort of trying to blend the Animal Crossing style a bit more into cartoony, not realism, but like my own style, I suppose, is perhaps a better way to put it. The amount of times that we've gone into this and like a villagers immediately wanted to talk with us is fantastic. But yeah, here right now we're just sort of gonna like review year 3 in total. And to be honest, in year 3 I'm not sure if like all that much really happened differently from year 2. It was sort of more of the same thing, which is fine, might I add. I'm not like exactly trying to push too many changes or something to this channel. This channel is mainly just a way for me to relax and play games in a space and environment which I suppose control, and then other people can tag along and see my reactions if they find it entertaining, whether they like my subdued reactions to the things in horror games, or seeing me try to put together the pieces of a puzzle in a story game, or they just like me doing well in puzzle games. And there's a little bit for everyone. But yeah, I got my YouTube studio up, and I've got basically like the part 1 videos of all of all the series that I've started in year 3. So Chicory was actually just at the end of year 2, so I won't talk about Chicory all that much, except for it was a pretty good game. Wait, hold on, no, is that day 1? Yeah, hold on. Okay, yes, I was on holiday actually for day 1, because it was it was a pre-recorded episode. I do remember that. That was weird. I'm pretty sure I was at the start I was camping, I think, on that holiday. Super fun holiday, and amusingly again, I think I talked about this yesterday. I was like, I can't believe I was on a holiday again. This time not quite overlapping with the anniversary of Animal Crossing videos, but still pretty close to it. And I suppose if you have a very good memory, you might be like, isn't the Animal Crossing anniversary on March 20th? Why are you celebrating it on March 24th? Well, to answer that question is because I actually skipped, if you don't know, I skipped out 4 days in the first year of Animal Crossing. When I went on a holiday, a different holiday, and I basically, I remember it because at the time I was like, I wonder if I should pre-record some episodes or something, but then I was like, there's nothing to do, there was no point, and plus this Animal Crossing series won't last, it doesn't really matter. That's what I thought back then, and you got to bear in mind, back then there wasn't any Happy in Paradise, so basically me pre-recording episodes would be me walking around, not having like any daily stuff to do or anything, because I've already done it in that day's episode, and just talking, which I was like, that's not what people are here for in Animal Crossing, and how wrong I was, I suppose. So if anything, I think it's a good thing that it's not exactly lined up with the anniversary of Animal Crossing, so now it's kind of its own thing. So but the 25th, I suppose, of March is basically its celebration time, and plus we can always make up for it as long as we keep going for like 16 years, because we'll have an extra like leap year day in there somewhere. So every 4 years, I guess it'll be moved back until it realigns on March 20th, and then maybe I'll just keep March 20th as a date. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be doing this in 16 years' time. I'm going to be perfectly honest, and if I am, that is incredible. And you can clip this video and be like, wow, this did not age well. But yeah, sorry, we're doing year 3 in review, and basically I was to say year 3 is just like what I was doing year 2, but like slightly better. Year 1 was of course me finding my feet, year 2 was like standing on stride, and year 3 is now like we've done the stride, and year 4 hopefully we'll be starting to do a few more different things here and there, rather than just doing the same thing over and over again. I think it'll be fun to change up the formula a little bit. And that was not from a sense of it. I know it's easy to look at this and be like, you're doing it from a business sense. I'm not doing it from a business sense, and you might not even be accusing me of that. I'm not making any money from doing my YouTube channel stuff. This is all purely hobby stuff, but it's me just wanting to try some different stuff. But yes, we'll talk about it in tomorrow's episode. So the first series, which started in year 3, was Pyre, apparently. Actually, Pyre was a really good game. Pyre was a game that has been out for ages, and it was always one I I sort of knew about. It's from Supermassive Games, right? The people who made Hades. And I always heard about it, because I always heard it was like a very, very unique experience, because it's such like a strange genre mashup. If you've not played it, it's basically kind of like a visual novel crossed with a sports game. Kind of. Like a sports management and playing game. It's very strange, the combination, and honestly quite niche, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's probably one of my favourite games that I played in that mechanical section, just through novelness and the fact that it also had a heavy story element. I really like the characters, and I really like basically how the story unfolded and the decisions you had to make. It's always interesting seeing like how popular these series are from the first episode, to be perfectly honest. Like I can see like Chicory had 101 views, which I think is like a pretty good amount, to be honest. One Shot has 147. I don't know why it's got so many. Babu's 135. Later Alligator's got 177. That's crazy. I have no idea why it's got that so much. But Pie System Fan 71. So it was reasonably popular. Over 5 likes, which is actually I think more than usual. But there was one person, like whenever I do these series, and if you leave comments, I will eventually recognize your name if you leave more than 3 comments on the same series. Like I've got like all the people who leave comments for each series like compartmentalized in my mind, and when I see you on another series internally, I'm like, oh, you're watching this series as well. That's exciting. The Pie one, I only remember one person, I believe. Like Pie was one where I believe basically like no one left comments apart from this one person who left a couple of comments here and there. The only comment I remember from them was the fact that I was talking in one of the videos basically being like, wow, I'm surprised how easy this fight is. And they were like in comment, yeah, normally when I suggest people to buy, I suggest that they try a bit of a harder difficulty because the normal difficulty is so insanely easy. And I was like, that's fair, but unfortunately all these episodes are pre-recorded, so, I can't really increase the difficulty now. But Pie was genuinely quite a fun game. There's certainly aspects to it I liked a lot, and certainly aspects I'm like, that's okay. But the visual novel and the characterization and the different feel of each of the characters was very, very fun. And the entire premise, I think, of it was a pretty cool world to step into. So the next one is Anacute. Anacute was okay, is what I'd say. It's like a fun, cute, gimmicky game. I should not have 100%ed that game. I should have just stuck with the playthrough and been like, that's it, because I'm gonna be honest, I got pretty burned out of that game towards the end. Not just a peek behind the curtains is obviously I usually take turns recording each series, so I basically record them in turn. I record the Animal Crossing episode, and then in the evening I will record 2 episodes of whatever series needs the recording. So it will go in it will go story puzzle mechanical. If you don't know, that's how I divide up my games. Monday, Thursday of story games, and Tuesday, Friday of puzzle games, and Wednesday, Saturday mechanical games. Or whatever. The definitions are a little bit loose, so don't take that too much to heart. Anacute I originally had as I think a story game, and then I was like, oh, it's not a story game. I thought it was a story game. It's basically kind of like a Pikmin, like a Katamari Damacy sort of game where you're like a mob simulator, is perhaps how I describe it. And it's amusingly fun. It's cute, but it's not the mechanics of a game I don't think translate well to 100%ing it. And it was a game where I ended up getting quite annoyed by it, because it was such a drain playing on it to 100% it. I still did it, and would I say it was a good idea? Not really. I'm going to be honest. I don't mean to be negative about the game. The game itself, a base game. You can go look at my reviews of the game a few days after I played them. and you can see what I thought. I genuinely thought it was a really fun game just to sort of like blaze through and basically not think too much about it, but playing it over and over again, it sort of loses its charm in that sense. But it's a very cute game, and I don't regret the fact I played it. I would say I just feel like I definitely should have stopped playing it earlier. And the next one, Steven Sausage Roll, a very iconic puzzle game. Not my favourite puzzle game. Bad Rosy still holds that title, but I do like it quite a lot. You know, I put it basically up there with Snakebird, where it's taken a very interesting mechanic and basically pushed it to its absolute limit. But the problem I have with Steven Sausage Roll is really hard to remember, like, some of the puzzles. You know, like, looking at it now, like, I played this back in July 8th, so it's been, like, how long? Like, over half a year since I've played the game. I have a lot of trouble now remembering some puzzles. Like, I remember what the final level is. I remember one random level from Final World, but I genuinely don't remember a lot of the other previous levels I struggled on, which is quite sort of like counter to Bad Rosy, where I feel like I've got so many like of those levels which I struggled on for a long time, just like in my head where I'm just like, yeah, I remember this level, at least on my first Let's Play. My second Let's Play, amusingly, I don't remember it all that well, but still. I don't know if that's necessarily a time thing or just a me thing, but Steven Sausage Roll, I think, was a very cool game from the way it just like the way it pushed its mechanics, I suppose, to extreme. I don't even know why I'm running around doing things when I could just be sitting down talking. This is very much a talking episode. Well, to be honest, I weren't all that many series, I think, in the first place in year 4, so it's not like that big a deal in the first place. So let's just sort of chill. And Cuphead was oh my gosh, these Joy-Cons have Joy-Con drift, so I might just like get up and randomly walk around. Cuphead, oh my god. just chill, alright? Chill. Chill. No? Okay. You ain't gonna chill? Okay, you're gonna chill if I hold up. So Cuphead was a genuinely fun game. I loved playing Cuphead the first time through I played it, and I remember I basically, if you don't know, I S-ranked every single boss in the game, and when I was playing it, when I first like made that decision, I was like, this is a bad idea, I should not be doing this, this is like another Anarchy situation, I'm going to get so burned out on this game. And I did actually a little bit, like, in the very beginning, it was fine to S-rank bosses, because the bosses are kind of easy, and then it got like pretty like challenging for like a middle while, and then I got over that hump, and then it eventually became kind of easy again. Not easy, but not too bad again, where eventually just like I guess I just get good at the game and that sort of thing. But Cuphead was a really fun game, and honestly, I'm going to say this, I think I missed out on Murray. Okay, we'll go back to Murray. Cuphead has a very cool thumbnail art where I think it's basically the sort of spark of being like, I should change up what D looks like in these the thumbnail arts more. I should try and make it match the actual video game art style, if it makes sense. And Cuphead, I was like, it makes sense, just do it. Because you can see from a lot of the previous ones, it's basically like D looks the same as kind of like she's doing like a photo shoot of a video game. But, you know, it sort of like gave me the push to be like, I should start changing up a little bit. Like, you know, let's make it a little bit more interesting. Visually exciting, shall we say. So Cuphead was a really fun game, and it was a game where I was actually, you know, I was like, S-ranking it was actually a good idea. It was really fun to play it through again, to be honest. Relive those experiences. I don't know if it was particularly fun to watch the S-ranks, but, you know, oh well. Yeah, back to Amari. Amari is wild, because Amari was a game I started playing it. I'm just trying to give you some of my behind the scenes like look on like the meta style of recording, but I started playing it and I was like, you know, I can see myself getting into this. It's like a nice indie RPG. I love my indie RPGs. I love Undertale. I enjoyed One Shot a lot, and this seems like it'd be in a sort of similar vein. So I started playing it for a while, and, you know, it was like, it's pretty good. And then it got like really good for a bit, where it started hooking me, being like, I love how quickly it can like switch from like, I suppose mild Amari spoilers, not really mild, and it's not really spoilers, but how it goes from something like cute and like cuddly and like safe to something which is very deeply horrific and unsettling at the same time. But I will say definitely towards the end, I was starting like being like, it's starting to drag a little bit for me personally. But then the very end, our final 7 episodes, I think I mentioned in the series himself, I recorded them basically all in one night, because I was just so hooked at the end. I was like, I have to keep playing. I have to see what happens. There's no way I can leave this for like future me, because I need to know what happens like right now. And Amari is even more interestingly, because if you watch a series and if you watch my Animal Crossing review on it, I think you might get the impression that I'm like quite unsatisfied with the game. Sort of just like, because there is like stuff which happens, like finding out which actually happens in the game just made me go like, whoa. But I think I sound a bit too negative in those final things, so I apologise if you're a Amari viewer and you were just and you're watching and being like, what? How does she hate the game? No, I don't hate the game. It's actually a game which has grown on me the longer it's been since I played it, which is wild. Because immediately after I finished playing it, I was like, I think that game was like an 8 out of 10, But now it's been like even longer. I'm like, it's probably like a 9.5 or something. It's actually like way better than I thought. The more I think about it, the more I sort of like ruminate over it in my head, which is wild because not many games do that, to be honest. I always like to judge how much I like a game basically based on how much of my brain it sort of like eats up past the moments I finish playing it. And then Little Nightmares 2, which is finally the sequel, I suppose, to the horror of Little Nightmares 1, which Little Nightmares 1, I think I tried to play around Halloween time. I don't know if I actually did or not, but this one I actually did manage to play at Halloween time, which is fantastic how it lined up. Because I was originally going to play Little Nightmares 1, and then I was going to play Little Nightmares 2 for that year's Halloween, but then I think I missed Halloween, so I didn't play it. And then I was just like, it's coming around again. I'd be like, I have a new Let's Play slot opening up. Let's give Little Nightmares a try. Little Nightmares 2. It was a fun game. I would definitely say I would say it's probably better than Little Nightmares 1. It is, but I wouldn't say it is like particularly more like innovative or anything in Little Nightmares 1. To me, it's basically more Little Nightmares 1. If you like Little Nightmares 1, you'll like Little Nightmares 2. If you don't, then I don't think you'll change your mind all that much in Little Nightmares 2. It just sort of feels like more of the same thing. And it was a good same thing, don't get me wrong. But that was sort of just like the impression I got from it. There's another commenter. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. I just know your name. You have like the lantern or whatever, who commented a lot on Little Nightmares 2, and I think Little Nightmares 1 about a lot. I just remember you in my head as like the person who plays horror games or something. There's someone else who played a lot, who commented a lot in Cuphead. Amari, of course, there's like 3 people who consistently comment a lot on Amari. I don't know if I haven't checked actually for comments yet for finale. I'll probably check out tomorrow or the day after. We'll see. Because the finale of it went up like yesterday, and I'm very interested to see how people react to it, because I feel like my reaction is so weird in the Amari finale, but we'll see. Oh yeah, and of course we hit 1,000 days in Animal Crossing, so I did a Q&A. I hope you enjoyed that sort of like look behind my life. 14 likes! Why does this have so many likes? Actually, now I think about it, did I set that as my default video for people returning to my channel? Because if I didn't, I definitely should. Your channel, it should be for new people. It should be the tier list, and for returning subscribers, it's the 1,000 days Q&A. Yes, that is what I've done. I hope you like that. I didn't intend to spend 1.5 hours talking about myself in Q&A, especially since I only had like 20 questions or something. I think not even that many, like 15 or something. But you know me, I like to waffle. I've got a lot going on in my brain. So there you go. Cosmic Express was the next one. Cosmic Express is fine as a puzzle game. I wouldn't quite put it up there for me personally. Up where was like Snakebird and Steven Sausage Roll. It feels like definitely a tier below that, but it's still entertaining, is what I'd say. It very much feels like a mobile game to me, like the interface. It feels so minimalistic. I sort of play it, be like, I can see myself playing this like I used to play Float back on the phone, but oh well. And then we get to Here Comes Nico, which is the most recent one. I'm going to be honest, it should not be in the mechanic slot section, but it is. And it's going to be continuously be in the mechanical slot section, because I think I played like 2 heavily mechanical games in a row or something. Well, no, I played Pyre, Anacute, and then Cuphead. So having Here Comes Nico being a much more easy mechanical game is nice to have a sort of like break and wind down for a while. But it's going to be a bit weird because Amari, just finished a story game, and I'm going to start another story game, so I'm basically going to be having like 2 story games going on at once, so that's fine. But Here Comes Nico is enjoyable. It's relaxing is what I'd say, and I'm never basically upset to play it. But there are, I haven't completed it yet, but there are a few things I feel like I would change interface wise just to make it like an even more smooth experience. But it's not like a deal breaker. It's just very relaxing. It's probably how I would describe it. And honestly, it's one of my favourite thumbnail arts I think I've done. It's so simplistic, but it fits the style perfectly. And I think it helps that my style meshes quite well with Here Comes Nico's style. So that was fortunate for myself. And then I think that brings us basically up to what's going to be the next series, I suppose, following on from Amori. Because literally Amori got uploaded 2 days ago. And you might be like, what is going to be the final the new series, which is going to follow on from Amari? And I guess I'll just tell it to you. I intend for it to be Beacon Pines. I don't know anything about Beacon Pines. A friend has played it, and said it was good and said I would like it, and I was like, that's good, because it was on my wish list and I wanted to play it. I hope it's story based. If it's not, here comes Nico and Beacon Pines are going to switch places. I've not done the thumbnail art for it, so it might not come immediately. What might happen is it might get delayed. It might get delayed. I might have a filler episodes of like playing Spiritfarer for a couple of episodes in there or something with a DLC or whatever, because I've been back from holiday. There's so many things I need to do, and I've been busy with, so unfortunately I've not been able to like draw these thumbnail arts. But hopefully I will be. I'm prioritizing the Animal Crossing one, and then I'll prioritize the Beacon Pines ones. When I know the Beacon Pines one is finished, that's when I'll upload it. I will try for Monday, because I don't think the Beacon Pines thumbnail art is going to be too difficult. I think probably it will take me about 3 hours looking at the art style. But hopefully, fingers crossed. It basically depends on how much of the Animal Crossing one I can get done. But yeah, so it's basically been 3 years. Crazy. Like, I can't believe it's been 3 years. I can't believe I've like kept it up for 3 years. Like, there's been quite an increased amount of people who've just been randomly stumbling across my videos being like, whoa, I can't believe you've actually been recording for this long. And I've been like, I know, right? I have no idea why I've been doing it, but I just want to say genuinely thank you for if you've been supporting me, whether if you've only been supporting me for a day, or if you've been here since the beginning, which I must applaud you if you have been. That's incredible, because it's been a fun ride. And please do like leave comments and that sort of thing. It's not just like to boost engagement. I mean, that's always nice, of course, but I do like genuinely responding to comments. I know I don't do it very often. I know I basically just do it like once a week, but I'm sorry. I'm busy sometimes, so it's not always the best way for me to reply to things, but I do genuinely enjoy reading your comments and that sort of thing, even if it's just like a small thing. So yeah, there's always other things, like I don't know if you have like favourite moments of like year 3 of Deadline, and by all means go through it. Say your favourite Let's Plays, I don't mind. And yeah, I guess we'll just look forward to year 4, where I will tomorrow be discussing plans I have for things which I do intend to do soon. Like, I did want to do them before the launch of year 4, but I ended up being too busy towards the start of the year, so that didn't end up happening. But things that you can look forward to, probably, I'm going to say, within the next couple of months. Hopefully. So, for now, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons, year 3. I hope we can, that's not what I say, like, comment, subscribe, Twitter, Discord, down below, and I hope we can see each other again in the next year. So, if you have been watching, until next time, yeah, that's what I say. Bye-bye for now. I can't even remember my outro anymore.